My family is very supportive of what I do now that I've been doing it for about a decade. However, when I first started, my mother would always say, "Do you have to do something so dangerous?" And I would say, "Mommy, don't worry." So a lot of the times I wouldn't tell her what I've done until after I've survived the stunt. I love what's most exciting is the fact that every day is new. Every day is different in the stunt industry. Everything is so exciting for me and thrilling. And I'm always looking forward to what's the next thing. And there's still those risk factors and accidents can still happen. But that's why courage is so important too. That's another virtue that I would love to continue growing. For me, as long as you have trust in your abilities and trust in God and the people who you're working with, you have the confidence to say, "I can do this, no problem." We train for about an hour to 3 hours. It really just depends on each person's schedule. Some people, they might put in more than that. Maybe that's all they do. However, I like to balance out my physical training with my spiritual training because I am serious about my Catholic faith. So I like to put in hours into my formation and spiritual discipline as well. The reality is, as athletes and as human beings, our bodies will degenerate over time. And we all recognize that. We all recognize that eventually our bodies will not be able to give as much as they did a decade ago or something like that. And that's a reality for everybody. So I think it's important that we continue to persevere mentally and physically, and most importantly in our faith. Because if God is truly the strength of our life, then He will be the one that helps us guide through the times when they get a little more difficult. I think it's important as Catholics that we take our faith very serious because the world will distract us from our faith, and it's easy to just fall into the way everyone else is living their life. But as Catholics, we're not called to fit in, we're called to stand out. And that doesn't mean we're raising our hands for everyone to look at us, but we're truly trying to set an example of the way God wants us to live, and that is to live and proclaim His word and live the word through our example. My faith reminds me that I really can do anything, and in my weakness, He's the one that's taking over for me. He's the one that's strong for me. It is beautiful to be Catholic and be in Hollywood. The truth is, you have to be pretty courageous just to admit that you're Catholic. And at the end of the day, when you know God, you know you have nothing to fear because He's your God and He's your provider and He's your everything. My name is Brenda Garcia and I am an LA Catholic.